This is March 2nd, 2021, and we are here to discuss one particular issue from your daily papers, namely either Hindu or Express or Mint, any imminent issue that ultimately is useful for us in our GS1, GS2, GS3 or GS4, or maybe for essay, or maybe for your larger discussion, interview or prelims. So we have Margi initiative for the same one is newspaper simplified. The purpose of newspaper simplified is very clear, that you have to simplified is not simplistic. You have to analyze what exactly is the inner content of that news, why we are discussing this news, and what are the inner nuances. For example, certain news or certain articles may have certain terminologies, and what exactly is the meaning of that term or terminology. So, in our given prescribed time, it's very difficult to fetch all material with its quality. So, minimum quality you can maintain, but what we need is maximum, because it's a competition, and for that within given time, if someone helps you to analyze all aspects of a given article. Today we will discuss the stories of women. This is again article by Rama Srinivasan. The writer is fellow at University of Venice and author of Courting Desire. Courting Desire again is a very famous book which talks about not just material aspects of your marriage system, or not just sexuality, as sexual studies may describe certain entities. It's more complex or different than that. So, author is eminent, and recently we have this judgment, that is the verdict in Priya Ramani. So, because of this Priya Ramani case, author tries to analyze the stories of women. This is the title of this news or this article, small article, and we will analyze all aspects, all possible aspects of this story, that is the stories of women. New path for Indian, is it new path? At least author says new path for Indian feminist movement. The very first term is Indian feminist movement. Then point is, what exactly is the nature, content and scope of Indian feminist movement? Is there such thing called as the Indian feminist movement? Or we may have India's various groups occupying with various issues, and now we are calling it as the Indian feminist movement. For example, you have various streams within, you have various aspects to understand feminism itself. Feminism or feminism slash radical feminism, or before that it's a liberal feminism. You have then Marxist feminist understanding, then you have black feminist understanding, then in Indian scenario it's a Dalit feminism, or some people will say no, it's a feminist Dalitness. You have various. Heidi Hartman has given us a different way, that what exactly is the Marxist content of your Marxist feminism and what is feminist content of your feminist argument. So, it's a Marxist feminism, it's a congruence of two. So, today we will discuss what exactly is the basic argument of this story. In newspaper simplified, we will discuss basic premise of Indian feminism and argument pleaded in that article. Author is very eminent, is a fellow at University of Venice. Venice again important, it's a merchant of Venice. It's a classic by Shakespeare. Shakespeare has written so many things. This is merchant of Venice again, an important argument. So, Venice is an eminent place, by the way. Back to our discussion. What we can see from this article, the very first point again is, what do we mean by Indian feminist movement is a real issue, because it's evolved in, say, in 1974, you have this quote unquote towards equality report, and towards equality report created certain awareness among various groups who were trying to understand what exactly is the content of the feminist movement. From, say, 2-3 days back, you have an article in Hindu written by V. Gita, that right from Mathura to Bahuri, what exactly is the content of various issues, and how this feminist movement, if we call so, that is Indian feminist movement, what exactly is the achievement or what exactly is the argument that now we are going to deal with. So this is in a sense evolution question mark, or is it a fragmented understanding of feminist movement, various groups after 2008, after 2013, after 2018. We have a continuously changing narrative. Me Too really changed the understanding. And now we are discussing, this is of course Priya Ramni verdict. Priya Ramni verdict, MJ Akbar versus MJ Akbar, is important in so many aspects. What exactly is the basic premise of the 2021 we are trying to analyze? For example, you have this term called as a patriarchy. Patriarchy in regional may be translated as, some people are say from Assam, some Kerala or Maharashtrians. Various students are there preparing for civil service. If your question paper write it is a Purush Satta, for example, in Hindi version, and if your question paper writes as a Pitru Satta. So of course there is a difference. Pitru Satta, is it a typical liberal institutional understanding, and hence it's a correlated with the liberal feminism, and it's a army of the males created certain kind of understanding of the patriarchy, and hence Purush Satta is a better word. So this may be a radical feminist argument. So we have a different connotations. We need to understand etymological origins, etymological, epistemological understanding of your given term. That is very important to understand the whole discourse. Various ways to understand a contemporary situation. First point elaborated by author, that is Rama Srinivasan. What happened say after 2017 or 2018 really is a new way to understand what exactly is the basic premise of this new generation, if we call so. Me Too, initiated by Raya Sarkar, and you have this LOSHA, LOSHA, that means list of the sexually harassed in academics, and now you have various issues related to that, anonymity, so-called eminent persons, privileged males, and sexual misconduct of the privileged males. So many issues really are, and Me Too, I think was as a movement, I was asked in sociology paper also, sociology optional. So this is this discussion has multi-dimension. It may collapse into your essay discussion, that may be useful for your GS1, that may be useful for your GS2 discussion, and that may be directly your interview point also. Now students are preparing for interview. So in many ways this is important argument. We will analyze what are the major points that author tries to analyze. Is it worth that forgiving a respectable mean with the history of the sexual misconduct? Of course it's not. But then how patriarchy behaves, how patriarchy creates its own illusions and creates certain kinds of arguments. That is the real point of the author. Rama Srinivasan tries to analyze the various narratives that are evolving around this. This is yet to evolve. This is evolving around this Priya Ramani case. Respectability of the privileged men, is it a bedrock of the, it's a basic foundational argument of the patriarchal society. Privileged men, how privileged men are going to maintain the decorum of the patriarchy. They have, these people have justification of everything, sexual misconduct to honor crime. So how patriarchy functions. Again, it may be a too simplistic understanding if we read people like John Scott's argument that patriarchy may be hindrance to understanding patriarchy, or using patriarchy may be hindrance to our basic politics of the feminist movement. Women's movement has its own legacies and fallacies. We need to understand what exactly and at what time we are discussing patriarchy. Sandra Harding, people like Sandra Harding will say, no, there are multiple patriarchies, and hence patriarchies in singular won't work. So, Uma Chakravarti proposed hypothesis that is a Brahmanical patriarchy, and Brahmanical patriarchy again is an important argument to understand Indian scenario. There was a little bit of controversy, I think 1 year or 2 years back, that one particular ex-person of a CEO don't have don't know this term called as a Brahmanical patriarchy, and then it shows your awareness of the overall society. For example, you have your academics, you have your curriculum at school level, and that school level curriculum also shows the signs of patriarchy. That debate happened in Maharashtra, elsewhere in India, and continuously we are provoking or we are witnessing the same. Is it a tragedy that we are continuously struggling with the same issues? That means that happened in 1980 and still we are discussing the same one. That means ghost of the previous issues. For example, consent. Consent, why you are discussing consent? Consent, that debate may happen in 1980s. So again you are reinventing the same and trying to again create your own space for the older one. That means in plain and simple language, is our older struggle or earlier struggle vanished and now you have to create space for the previous one with new understanding or new situation. But point is the same one, that for example consent. Is it a tacit consent? It is a coercion. The author uses the term, it's a coercive consent, and that coercive consent may create problem. So you have various, right from Vishaka to sexual harassment at workplace. So that may be legal aspect of our discussion. Back to this discussion, what is author's argument? Consent in coercive situation is real issue. Consent in coercive situation. So consent is consent, and consent I think is again liberal argument. And what are the limitations of liberal? Same authority, the author discusses with certain scholars that liberalism again has with L as a capital and L as a small expression. Then how you are going to understand L as a capital L, as like reason R, maybe reason in R capital and reason small. Small reason may be a better idea than R capital. On the same line, is liberalism in capital L is a better idea than liberalism, or vice versa? Small L is always a better idea. Any small is always a better idea. So, earlier argument that epistemological and etymological understanding of argument is very important aspect in whole this discussion. Author also quotes that in what happened in Muhammad Farooqi case, people know what to do with could be overlooked, or is it a situation? Delhi High Court's very famous Muhammad Farooqi says what happened to that scholar, and various males like Vikas Bahl, Subhash Kapoor, all such cases are there. Tarun Tejpal case, very eminent personalities are involved in such quote unquote misconduct. Here point is, if that consent is there, then what exactly is the nature, content, scope and limitation of that consent? What happens to your individual liberty? If that is a true consent, then is it a sign of liberty? And it's a coercion, then how that creates problem to my own identity? Feminist movement I deal with various issues right from earlier one, 1970s, 60s, right from Femocrats to Me Too movement. Question of your strategy, question of your polemics also matters. Question, that means this is our theory, but this is our strategy. And strategy, again, you need a better strategy, better organization to handle issue. Veteran feminist, earlier one or now present generation also, may battle against violence. So, idea of the domestic violence is there. So, this pandemic also we witnessed this. More domestic violence really arrived in this period. And you have various web series and various short films also depicting what exactly is the problem with this pandemic and patriarchy, how patriarchy worked during pandemic. You have up to say this Jan, February, also you have various cases. Domestic violence again is in new form. That is the real issue. That means as situation arises, you have a new form of inequality and you have to handle it, you have to address it. Present generation, is it that present generation is less patient? You don't have patience and hence we need immediate result. We don't believe in, or we don't have that kind of time, and hence institution may or may not be your institutions are lethargic. A or B, no, liberal institution won't work in present situation because liberal has collapsed, and it will not give us a definite result, and hence better way to get out from these institutions and create own space. Is it a real way and real situation? This LOSHA movement, LOSHA, list of sexual harassers in academia, Raya Sarkar 2017, his book list. Some people rejected, or at least as a dissent, that Nivedita Menon or Kavita Krishnan's argument that we have our own differences to argue in such a fashion. But Me Too really. One may say that, for example, regional, this Sangtya is a popular text by Hansa Vadkar. Just listen what we are. But that is again old back. So how you, and you have various witnesses in various autobiographies, various memoirs that women are struggling, they are indicating certain entities, certain arguments, various regional novels also, regional arguments also gives you a hint that this is really happening, and Me Too really gave that space. Anonymity may be there, anonymity and limitations of anonymity. With all its consideration, what exactly is the outcome of the Me Too? That is again author's point. Then author arrives with a new point, that is what exactly is the achievement of intersectional feminism? This is Kimberly Crenshaw's argument, 1989, that intersectionality otherwise again is a buzzword of the contemporary academia. Intersectionality of various kinds, intersectional writing, intersectional argument. Intersectional feminism gives you a way, or it's a prism, or it's a perspective to understand all types of inequalities. All, for example, this is inequality created because of patriarchy. This is inequality created your caste structure. This is inequality created because of your region. Region also is an important aspect in all this discussion. It may be Kimberly Crenshaw, it may be Vladimir Nascimento's argument from Brazil. She is working almost last 40 years in women's movement. You have Chimamanda. So many people are trying to understand what exactly is the nature, content and limitations of this argument. That what we can derive from contemporary situation, what are, is it a, then question, if it's a limitation, then is it a limitation of the liberal world with L capital or small? Anonymity really, how to handle anonymity in present situation is a real task. In Ramani case, what happened? Our right to tell story, that is the Rama Srinivasan's argument. That this is very hopeful idea. This is really helpful because it gives us our right as a women or woman to tell my story, tell our stories on our own terms. So, tell a tale is very important argument. You have to tell your own story in your own language, in your own description. You have your metaphors, you have your similes, you have your basic understanding of the situation, and you may create a certain way to decode it. So, in that sense, Ramani case is important, that is Rama Srinivasan's argument. Our right to tell our stories in our own terms. History of sexual harassment has its own place, but if we are now creating our space for telling a story, then quote unquote crime with impunity may be a lesser idea, or some people will say now we can struggle with the idea like this is the idea like impunity. Impunity may be questioned up to certain extent. You have privilege, you have impunity, and these privileges are drawn from various sources, like not just patriarchy, there are various sources to create impunity, to create your privileges. In 2015, this is Jane Elizabeth Halley. this governance, idea of governance feminism, really, she gave us the idea of the, again you have various issues with the idea of the governance feminism. Governance feminism, is it a worth to discuss? Right from that position to, no, it's only way in contemporary situation you have to understand what exactly is the demand of present feminism. So that is really what is epithet, that is real debate from early feminist movement, that what to do with this term, for example Marxist feminist, for example radical, that what exactly is the nature of radical and feminism. In final analysis, liberal feminism is liberalism or not feminism, and hence it's very important to understand what exactly is the governance in governance feminism, what exactly is the feminism in governance feminism. This is Janet or Elizabeth Halley's argument, affirmative consent. So sort of right from say various types of consents are there, is affirmative consent. She of course explains in legal realistic term, legal realism, say expert in legal realism and postmodernist argument. You have to settle your argument outside the courtroom. Is it a only way? I think problem, this statement may have its own problem. We will deal with our own legal system also. It may be a flawed, it have its own limitation, but why should we get away from our legal, as suggested by Janet Halley, that liberalism with its L capital. What is that L capital? Your own, I have my own right, I have my own way, I have my own space, one sexual engagement with my choice. Choice again is a neoliberal argument. Sexual engagement with my own consent. And L small, what is that L small? It's engagement with the state and cooperation of the male paternalistic elite. And we can solve this paternalistic, our problems with paternalistic elite. You see L liberalism, small. In regional, you may have, for example, how to understand then script, suppose you are writing in Devanagari. Then do you have that kind of space to understand capital and small? Almost not. You need to create that space. At max you can change font. This is L liberal or L capital. How to understand? You have two ways to describe. So script also, your script also matters. Your language also matters and your script also matters. That is the contribution of the feminism. So how to read? Of course, structuralism also helped us, or feminists will say, or movement called as a Black Panther movement also helped us. Gramsci, people like Gramsci also helped us. So it's a congruence of so many things, and that is the real achievement of per se feminist analysis of a situation. So engagement with L big and L small. L small may be your engagement with the privileged male, and that may create certain issues, because till date that's happening. You have this so-called paternalistic elites, and paternalistic elites, you need consent of these people. You have to continuously discuss and negotiate with all such people. Is it the best way that my L big engagement and I have my own consent? The real issue here is liberalism dead idea? And you are discussing with certain dead arguments. So that may be Jen or Janet Halley's argument, but what to do with liberalism is the real question. In 2020, 2021, this is 21, we cannot say that this will help you and this will. You have to rethink the whole project of the liberal world. What exactly world is it? A conservative force that world is witnessing? Then how to handle and deal with that kind of understanding? No legal proceedings in the real world. Is it the conclusion of your argument? So Ramasrinivasan's argument is a hope with reference to this Ramani verdict. Ramani's verdict, and give you hope that you have to tell your story. And in between, to conclude, what we can say, we analyze this article, that varied terms arrived, and intersectional feminism, Kimberley Crenshaw, Then you have this governance feminism, Janet Halley. Then you have this liberal feminism. What exactly is the nature? Ecofeminism, for example, you have question, certain people, political science student have question on ecofeminism. Compare liberal feminism with radical feminism. Black feminism may be our next question. How to understand black feminist argument. So this basic purpose of newspaper simplified is, this is Margi initiative, and Margi is trying to create better understanding of your given situation, given article, given news, and hence this is a newspaper simplified. The sole purpose, of course, you cannot deal with each and every issue. For example, in 15 finance, you have so many issues. This is a way to understand how to prepare for civil service. You need its depth, you need its inner details, and you need its own limitations also. And hence, this is March 2nd. We have analyzed one particular small article. This is the by Rama Srinivasan in Indian Express, the stories of women. Basic purpose again is the same one. You cannot explain each and every intent. That is not the sole purpose, and that is not the nature of civil service also. Then it may be a spoon feeding. The sole purpose of Margi or Margi initiative is for the same one. You have to create a direction. You have to give your basic premise how to analyze. And for that, newspaper simplified, I think, will help you how to analyze, how to create a better understanding in what is our problem in given prescribed time. That is the real. You can of course understand so many things, but the real issue is we need to analyze in given prescribed time. And this Margi initiative will definitely help you. Newspaper simplified or all Margi morning maybe will help you to understand within given prescribed time. We will meet in next session with some another story, some another news in newspaper simplified.